What's up, everyone? It's Michael Fight, and welcome to the show. So the first thing we're going to talk about, the big thing that's happening this weekend, is Civil War. Marvel's Civil War movie that pits Captain America against Iron Man, and they fight it out for some reason that we'll figure out instead of them working together and coming up with a compromise, like all married couples do. Am I right, guys? Anyways, so this is the big movie. This is one, critics are already giving it insane good praise. Everybody's really digging it. But the big part about it is that SpiderMan is going to be in it. So SpiderMan originally was a Sony property. We had our 3 Tobey Maguire movies. You remember Tobey Maguire movies. And then we had our Andrew Garfield movies, the pew pew, ones. And so everybody's kind of wondering, which Spider-Man are we going to get in the new series? Are we going to get broody emo Spider-Man, or are we going to get quirky hipster Spider-Man, or Spoderman? I would love Spoderman. That would be great. So that's kind of the big question, but I guess as it turns out, what we're getting is fun, geeky, just loving the fact that he's a superhero Spider-Man, teen Spider-Man, kind of growing into himself as a character, and I think that's going to be pretty amazing. So I'm really excited to see what it looks like. As you are watching this video, I will have already seen Civil War. I'm going to see it I would have seen it now yesterday, because today's Friday, but I will definitely do a video on it next week and let you know what my reviews are. Of course, follow me on Snapchat and you'll see a lot more. The big thing about this is that people are going to flock in droves to this movie because it's going to be pretty amazing. I mean, the fact is, Marvel could literally do whatever they wanted right now. They could take up a washed up 80s ex-cokehead and a rom-com 90s, sex symbol and throw them into a movie together. And oh, wait. So let's move on to the next topic, Game of Thrones. That's right, Season 6 premiered just the other week, and it was amazing. Everybody was super excited to see what happened to all their favorite characters. We got to see what Daenerys is doing and she found Khal Drogo version 2, which I guess is cool. She was just wandering the desert, and the guy was like, wait a minute. Come here, m'lady. And then she's like, yo, bro, I had this other dude. And he's like, oh, sorry. Now you gotta live in this graveyard and rot out or something. I don't know, some shit. Anyways, but the big one from episode 1 was Melisandre, the Red Woman. So the Red Woman is there. She's right around Jon Snow. We don't know what's going on. Jon Snow might come back to life. This was episode 1. But in the very end, she takes off her clothes and we see that hot, sexy body. And then she takes off the necklace and she was your grandma and when you caught her coming out of the shower. But you know what? Everybody got super pissed because all the guys that were all into her, and girls for that matter, that got a major boner for the Red Woman are now like, ew, she's gross. Dude, fuck that. She is hot. Hot as old woman, hot as a young woman. Like, she's still the Red Woman in my eyes, and I love it. But let's move on to episode 2 because that's where the big one really comes in. That's where everything's going to be really cool. And guys, it finally happened. The thing we've been expecting for a whole year, Jon Snow came back to life. The Red Woman brought Jon Snow back to life. And everybody on the internet freaked out. He died and then came back to life. The whole internet freaked out. I don't really understand why, considering Bernie Sanders comes back to life pretty much every morning. Alright guys, and in video game news, so Overwatch came out, the beta came out this weekend. People are playing the open beta now. Some people had early access, which is really cool. Overwatch, a really cool multiplayer game. Definitely check it out if you have a chance. Super beautiful game. And then a game that I've been playing myself, Battleborn, came out this past Tuesday. I love Battleborn. If you're a huge Borderlands fan, I highly recommend it. Really, really great. Really cool, like, little mini story. The characters are very fun. The animation is very Borderlands-ish. The gameplay is very Borderlands. It's just a really, really cool game. I highly recommend it. You can check me over at my Twitch channel where I'm playing it often, probably throughout the next couple weeks, and we can play together, and it'll be really, really cool. But of course, the biggest news is Call of Duty Remastered. That's right. Recently, Activision's subsidiary Raven Software announced that Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare Remastered, Modern Warfare 4 Remastered is now available. It's actually just a graphical update from the original version, which is only available from the premium version of Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, which is in production right now, which starts at a minimum of $80. Now who's knifing who in the back? Am I right? Knife in the back. But yeah, so starting at $80, you guys can pre-order Call of Duty Infinite Warfare and get the Modern Warfare remastered when it's available. And it does have the full campaign and all the multiplayer maps. They've only announced 3, but it did say that all 10 maps are coming. So if you were a Call of Duty fan, you're really going to enjoy this. Cool. And then for the next thing, for my last one, this is a segment I like to call You're So Smart, Then Why Don't You Do It?
If you're so smart, why don't you do it?
I'm going to review a movie, Batman vs. Superman. I know that it's been out for a little while, but I just want to fix it. I wanted to fix it so bad. So here's what we're going to do. Very first things first, we're going to get rid of all the dream sequences. All the Batman dream sequences, the flashbacks. We're going to get rid of the Superman ones. We're going to get rid of the tie to his mother, the fact that he says Martha. I mean, I might as well said Rosebud. Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, nobody cares about that. That's not the point of the story, and that's not what should really happened. So what should have happened in the beginning, you should have seen the struggle between Batman trying to understand who Superman is and what he stands for. Finally, they realize that they have a common enemy in Lex Luthor, and you have the little play on words where he discovers that Superman is really Clark Kent. Superman already knows that Batman is Bruce Wayne, and that's only like the first 30 minutes of the movie. Like, you don't need to spend a lot of time on that. Then the majority of the film should be them decoding Lex Luthor, which, by the way, all Lex Luthor needed was a freaking hoverboard and a vape. Like, could he be any more of a freaking San Francisco twerpy startup nerd? Like, drive me freaking crazy. Like, I get it, you want him to be a younger character and seem that, but he didn't scream criminal mastermind. He didn't seem like an insane, like an actual crazy person, like an eccentric billionaire with a flavor for, you know, destruction and world domination. He just kind of seemed like a whiny brat who had dad issues and was trying to take it out on Superman. Let's be real. So the thing is, that if they would have focused on the fact that he stole alien technology and was trying to build Doomsday, and then that happens, you get the little hints of Wonder Woman and she comes crashing in the end, and everybody saves the day, and that would have been a really great movie. It would have been fantastic. They don't need to throw in all those other things, like finding the other superheroes. Like, it's just not necessary. Nobody cares. It's not important. It's not important for now. Leave that to Justice League. Have that be the plot of the Justice League. Have that start out. Avengers did it, and it was freaking amazing. You don't need to drop hints throughout the rest of the movies. So that's my take on that, guys, and that's my segment. Thanks a lot for joining us for the first show. I super appreciate it. Do not forget to rate, comment, subscribe, tell your friends. That's how we grow. And don't forget to follow me on all my social media channels. All right, guys, thanks a lot for joining in. I will see you next time. See ya.